Hey everybody, it's episode 21. Welcome back to the world of Hex. I'm your host, Hex. Anyway, so I'm here at a new location. This is a plains biome that is somewhere to the east of my base, east, I think. And what I'm going to do is right behind me, I'm going to build a sheep farm. So I'm going to build a similar style sheep farm to the one that I built a tutorial on a couple months ago, something like that. And it's going to be one of those that pushes the sheep around in a circle. And I think that's going to work well. Hey, pig, excuse you. Anyway, that's what we're going to be primarily focused on in this episode because I really need to be able to get a hold of some wool in order to finish some of the stuff down in the desert. Really? Really? Oh, Mr. Pig. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. Alright, well I got right to it and dove straight in. So this big sort of rectangle area that you see right here, that's going to be the area where the sheep are going to go around. So it's quite a bit bigger than my tutorial. It probably does not need to be this big whatsoever, but I thought, hey, let's just make a big one because we got all this space, and then this is going to be like the rest of the village. I thought, why build a whole village for like a tiny little farm? So let's build a big one. So what I've done so far is I've dug it down 3 down, and then this middle strip in the middle. I probably don't even need to do that just because of the size of this thing. But remember, or you may not remember, you probably didn't see the tutorial. So basically the way that this works is I have the maximum number of grass blocks around where the sheep are going to be walking, which is actually 1 level below this. So it'd be like right where this block is that I'm trying to place right here. So basically the sheep are going to be walking right here. And then where that block was, there's actually going to be dirt right there that's going to allow the sheep to then repopulate this area. And then on top of that, there's going to be some sort of a thing to keep them in. I might just do glass on this because, yeah, I don't really need to do all of this grass around it. But the idea is to get the grass to grow back as fast as possible, is to have the maximum number of grass blocks around it to populate it and to have it spread. So anyways, that's kind of the general idea of the farm. So the next thing that I need to start doing is I need to start putting in dirt on top of this right here where I have placed all of that grass like this. And that's why there's torches, or so many torches in here, is because then those torches are going to light up the grass underneath it. There's going to be grass growing here, grass growing there. Then there's going to be another layer there. And then the sheep are going to be on one of these. I hope I designed this right. I might have to check it out in a little bit. But I know that this is here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we'll take a look in the tutorial world at the farm. All right, cool. Here we go. So we're just going to go around like this. And yeah. So I'm doing this, I might as well talk to you guys about a couple things. Number one, thank you so much for the support on the last video. There's a few people that made some really nice comments about the fact that they really like these World of Hex videos and that I should keep making them. So I will do so. I'm actually currently on vacation right now from my real job, and I'm able to make videos a little bit more frequently right now. So I'm just kind of having some fun. I just, kind of wanted to play, honestly, so I might as well just make videos while I'm playing and just kind of relaxing and having some good times. And then, yeah, the second thing is that YouTube has been a little bit funny. So I guess that there's been some abuses of videos, people making videos that aren't so good, and advertisers starting to be like, hey, I don't want to put my advertisement on this video and make people think that like I'm somehow supporting this. I'm not really sure what the issue is. I didn't look into it too much, but the general idea of it is that people are making not nice videos, and YouTube doesn't like that. So anyways, some of my videos have actually gotten the monetization suspended. So people not wanting to put ads on them. And like, for example, like my blacksmith video that I just did. Yeah, so it got basically flagged as being inappropriate for advertisers. I'm like, a video about a little medieval house thing is inappropriate. So anyways, I read recently that YouTube has been making some mistakes with that, and fortunately they corrected the mistakes that they made on my videos, and that they're also going to be working on correcting future mistakes. So I think that's good. And I think it's good that they're doing a better job of monitoring what people are putting on YouTube, because let's face it, you could make some really bad stuff with videos if you are motivated to in some way. Yeah, so I don't think that that's good, and I'm glad that YouTube is censoring it, and I'm glad that the market is censoring it too. The advertisers and the businesses that use YouTube as their advertising avenue. So I'm really good. I'm really glad that they're doing that. That's good. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish putting all these torches around here. And then I'm going to check my tutorial, make sure I'm doing this thing right. Because I thought I had it correct. But then I'm a little concerned that something is amiss. So we're going to go ahead and have a look-see soon. But for now, we're placing torches. Torch, 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 torch. Hey. I want it on the ground. I don't know. Doesn't make any difference, does it? There we go. Okay. Now, the last thing that we want is like a baby zombie to spawn down here, but I don't think that's going to happen with all these torches, so don't think that's going to happen. All right. I'm going to check the tutorial, and I'll be back. Okay. Yeah, I totally miscounted. Actually, what I did is I counted the blocks and rather the spaces, and then anyway, I messed it up. So I need to go up one more block, and then I'll just rebuild everything. So yada, 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 going backwards, going backwards. Hey, stop that. Yeah, so basically it looks like I just have a single path all the way around. So you're like, Hex, why did you dig this big giant trench? Well, the secret is that underneath these blocks right here that are kind of growing back, like this one and that one, there's some grass blocks below those and below. So they're like, I'll just break like this one right here and I'll show you. So there's grass down there, and then there's actually grass 2 blocks below this one, so that way the grass spreads to these center blocks as fast as possible. And you can kind of see that the grass, well, maybe you can't really see it, but it's basically growing back a little bit faster here than it is over here actually. And so that's what we want, because when the sheep eat the grass, we want it to regrow as fast as possible. But the next thing is we need to figure out some glass. So I need to count how much glass I need and choose a color for the glass. And then what we're going to do is we need to figure out sheep. And we need to find some sheep. We need to bring some sheep in here. And yeah, so I think what I'm going to do real quick is just show you a couple things. First of all, this is the map. So this is where I am. And like right where my crosshair is, that's actually the base. So right here in the middle, that's my main base where I have my unfinished stuff and my sorting system and all that right there. And then it's kind of the Monument Valley is in this area right there. And then I'm off to the east, which is to the right, which is something or other. You can see me spinning around. Obviously, that's me. So I think if I'm pointed back this way towards my house, I kind of like that for some reason. Don't know why. Just kind of feels right. Doesn't really matter which side I'm on anyway, so might as well go with the one that I feel like doing. The other thing is I was going to show you my prototype for this. Okay, wow, sorry about the noise. I'm trying to back off a little bit. So this is basically what we have. We have a giant circle, or actually a very small circle, and then the sheep go round and round, and then you would stand like in this spot right here, and then it's on a timer that is going to spit out some shears for us and help us to shear all these sheep. And so this is basically what it's going to look like. I'm not going to build the top on this. I'm just going to have it be, well, yeah, I might put the top as grass. I'm not going to do that. It's not necessary. But my idea was to have the maximum amount of blocks that are grass around those blocks, because you can see the sheep are eating it. And then as they go around, they regrow their wool by eating the grass. So that's the idea. And then the way that the sheep are moving around is by these pistons. That's what all the hideous noise is about. So these pistons are basically pushing the sheep around the way I want them to go. And it actually works. Believe it or not, the sheep actually go the direction I want to. But the thing is, you have to have it completely packed with sheep, which is going to be a little bit challenging because of how big I built the one in the World of Hex. All right, we've got some of the glass in, and man, that is going to be a lot of sheep. And I just thought of something. Oh, well, we'll deal with that later. Let's see. Also, look off in the distance. I don't know if you can see that on the YouTube screen, but if you see what I see, then you see a sheep. Sheepy, sheepy, come here, sheepy, sheepy. It's okay, sheepy, sheepy. I just want to trap you in an unending circle for the rest of your life. Don't worry. Ooh, here's a sheep. Oh, there's a bunch of sheep. The more sheep we can start with, the better. All right. Now, sheep are notoriously stupid, so let's see if we can get them to follow us. That one, is that going to get them track? No, I should have gotten like a lead or whatever, but it's not that far to the thing here. So let's see. Should we go in the right direction? Okay, there we go. Oh, did I lose track of one? No. All right. Just gonna walk backward till I get there. Come on, you sheep. Come on, sheep. Yeah. Well, what I need to do, I guess, is I need to continue putting glass all the way around, and then I need to find some way to contain these sheep in here. I wonder if I put glass there, will that make the grass despawn there? I don't think so. Boo. 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 Punching my bed. Punching my bed. Okay, well, we've made some decent progress. I have created, oops, I missed a spot, a glass tube that goes all the way around. And maybe I'll leave that off there so I can get up and over it. So you can see the glass tube. And so basically the sheep are going to be going down here in this area, and then I thought I would glass in the entire tube, and the reason I'm doing that is because I need to breed the sheep and the baby sheep can get out. And then I figured, you know what, if a wolf does randomly spawn over there and somehow come over here, then my sheep won't all die. If I should get a wolf, it's pretty unlikely considering where this is, but I guess if I was over here and then a wolf spawned over there, it might track to these sheep, might be in range, but I'm not sure. So I just decided to glass the whole thing, and it'll just be fine. So I've got my pistons in place, all 4 pistons, and then I need to put some water here, because this is where I'm going to AFK, so I'm going to basically build a little, some kind of a little building or something around this, so that I can go in here and AFK with my shears, and then there'll be like a shear dispensary system in this area here too, so that new shears will get dispensed to me periodically. And then the next thing that we need to do is we need to put some water in here. So the way that the water is going to work is it's going to go, I need to put a sign. Actually, I might do the water last just so it's not an annoyance to me. But if I put a sign right there, and then I put a sign right here, then what's going to happen is the sheep are going to bob up and down, and then I'm going to shear them at this point right here. And then once they get shorn, then their drops will hopefully fall onto these hoppers and go that way. These hoppers here, just in case the drops kind of fall to the left a little bit and don't get quite picked up. But I really don't need all of these hoppers. It's just insurance, I guess, to make sure that I get every single one of this. And yeah, so that's kind of where we're at so far. I'm liking it, but we need to breed some sheep. So I'm going to start breeding these guys. And I also brought along with me some dye. So I'm going to dye these guys green, and the reason for that will become apparent in a later episode. So I'm going to leave it up to your imagination why I might be trying to dye some sheep green. There's a green sheep. And then here's another green sheep. And then we're going to breed these guys. And then later on we're going to do some lime-colored sheep so we can get some lime wool too. That's going to be key to finish our area. And I'll probably do all different colors eventually, but for now we're doing green sheep. What am I doing? What? Hey. All right, I need to get out of here. And we have a baby. All right. A little baby sheep. There we go. Okay. So then periodically I have to come in here and breed these guys in order to get them going. But while they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and keep working on our little breedery thing here. So liking it so far. It's looking pretty good. I was thinking about making a pond in the middle. What do you guys think about that? So the sheep are happy. I think that would be nice. We like happy sheep. Happy sheep make nice wool. So I did some work underneath with some redstone. So here we go. So right here what I have is a tower, basically a tower of, well, a redstone torch tower. And then that block right there that I'm pointing to is right next to our piston, and there's actually a redstone torch on top of this one, so that way our piston will be activated when this torch tower is activated. Okay, so then I've got 4 of those actually in each corner of the farm, so those will push the sheep around, and then you can hear the sheep baaing up above me. And then here, this weird looking contraption, that's our clock. So if I turn this lever off, it'll turn on the torch and then our clock will run. So just a simple repeater clock, and you can hear the pistons firing. And so I think I might need to do the pistons in alternating patterns. So that one over there might be on a redstone torch, and then that one over there might be on a redstone torch, but we'll see. The next thing that I need to do though is make a hopper timer clock for our dispensing of the shears. So I'm clearing out a little bit of a path right here for that, and we're going to go ahead and make one of those things. So to create an Ethos hopper timer, I actually just watched Ethos's video and I learned a couple new little tricks with it. So basically all you do is you put two hoppers into each other like this. Bada ba-doom. You probably know how to do this, but kind of going into tutorial mode. And then we'll do a couple of the blocks there, and then you put a block here and a block there. And then we need to pull out our comparators, and we'll put a comparator right here, a comparator on this side. Then we need some redstone dust, bit of dust on that spot and on this spot right there. And then we need two sticky pistons. I don't have two sticky pistons. I got two regular pistons. I almost made some sticky pistons and brought them. I wasn't planning on building a hopper clock, but we will put these in to simulate the sticky pistons, even though we don't actually have a sticky piston. And then we need one block of redstone in between, like that. Okay? And then we can shut it off by some means. There we go. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some sort of a redstone line that's going to turn this off and the hopper clock off at the same time. Okay, so down here our hopper timer is ready to go, except for I still need to get the sticky pistons. And then right here, what we've got a line. So this is going to be our input basically. So when I turn the thing on, I'm going to hit that switch right there. And then that's going to turn off this torch, which then turns off this repeater, which is going to allow the clock to run, which is going to push our pistons back and forth. That'll also allow this clock to run. Of course, I don't have it set up with the sticky pistons, and I haven't put the items in the hoppers yet, so it's not running yet, but soon it shall. And then, yeah, so that's running there. So then this thing, what it does, let me turn this back off again so it's not making noises. Okay. So what this thing is going to do is when it goes back and forth, if you watch Ethos's tutorial, this basically makes a little one or like a half a tick pulse or something crazy. When this switches from here to here, it's going to switch and power this redstone instead of power that redstone. So when it does its switch, then that means it's going to power this repeater, which is going to power this torch tower, which is right underneath the dropper that's going to be dropping shears to me. So then as I'm AFK, then it's going to replenish me with shears. But the thing is sometimes the shears may not be broken yet, and so then the shears will just kind of fall and get wasted. But that's what this hopper right here is doing, is it's going to go into this hopper's connected to that one, which is connected to one underneath this block right here. I can break it. And then that's connected into this dropper right here. And you can see that that just fired, and that white block is probably going to be actually, where'd it go? Oh, maybe I picked it up. Did I? No, it's right there. What's it doing in there? It shouldn't be in there. Okay, let's try that again. So then I had this thing. Oh, that's the problem right there. I had this thing set up so that when you put an item in there, then it's going to re-put it back through the system like this. So basically what that means is when the shears fall out, they're going to come into this line of hoppers right here, go into this dropper. This clock is going to activate, pushing the item through these two droppers that are pointed up, back into the chest, and then back into the end of the line. So basically I'm not going to lose any shears that come out that I don't need. Well, all right, so I've done quite a bit of work to the aesthetics. As you can see, I built this little kind of a building here to house all of our mechanisms. Wow, I need to turn the volume down. Hold on just a minute, guys. Sorry about this. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah, there's going to be some baaing and baying in the background. Well, I dyed some of these darker green. As you can see, I actually used 64 dye, and you can barely tell that there's any dark green ones in here. Yeah, so there's a lot of sheep in this thing. It's like lagging out my game. Doesn't seem to be. All right, I think I need to go a little lower on the volume here. Let's go take it down to like 9%. All right, that's a little bit better. Sorry about that. Okay, sweet. So then a couple of things that I did, I changed the speed of the clock down here. And then another thing that I got to go do is I just got to, yeah. Well, we have to replace these pistons right here with some sticky pistons, and we got to put some items in there. So here we go. There we go. Right there. And then here's one over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do it. Okay, cool. The very last thing that I need to do before we test this guy is to make some shears. That is so many shears. All right, cool. So we look like we are ready to go ahead and test this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get some shears out of here. Put them in my hand. And, oh, you know what? I know what I have to do. I have to fill up my inventory with some random thing. That's right. Okay. Where's those seeds? There we go. Okay, so the idea of this is you fill your inventory full of some random thing like this, and therefore you cannot pick up anything else besides the shear that gets dropped when you break this one. So then you just sit here and you're just going to right click until the cows come home. Actually, let's get this out of our inventory as well. Put some seeds in there. I don't think you can pick up on your offhand, can you? I don't think so. So you should be fine. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just hold down right click. All right, well, I've been AFK for about an hour now, and let's take a look at what we've got. Yeah, actually, I already looked at it earlier. Got some of the junk out. But anyways, I think that's a good amount for this little farm. 4 red wool. That means the guy went around twice in an hour. So, yeah, they go around a little bit slow, but I think this is a really good haul for an hour AFK. Yeah, that's quite a bit of wool. All right, well, because there were so many drops in this chest right here, I think what I need to do is make a larger storage system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in this space that I carved out here. It might be too big, but it might be the right size. Some components to make a dropper elevator. And I think, let's see, so it'd be 1, 2... Would 2 chests be enough? I don't know. Maybe... I was thinking about taking it up like a lot higher than 2 chests. So maybe like 4 chests or 5 chests, but maybe that's too much. That's a good question. Do we want 5 chests going up? Right there. I think we do. Okay, check out what I've come up with. So it's very similar to the one on the other side. We have a comparator coming into a redstone torch, and then that redstone torch is powering this guy right here, who is on the repeater, who's on 4 ticks. That's going to give it enough delay so that the thing will go through. So then basically when I put an item in here, like for example, I don't know, this torch, hey, item hopper, really? Let's say this hopper right here, put that in there. Okay, so the torch went out, and then you didn't even get to see it. This is a clock right here, and this clock is going to run until this turns back on, and then the clock will run, and then it will bring all of the items up to this dropper tower into the hoppers, and then they should fall back down into the chests. So that's it. I did have to make one alteration. The switch now to turn the farm on and off is right there, rather than, yeah, because I needed to make some room because the redstone torch was actually interfering with the other stuff. I like this. Very good. It's probably way overkill for what I need, but this way, if I AFK for too long, then I can get all my drops, or most of them anyway. Okay, and then there's the on-off switch for the farm. This is our access hatch to the lower portion should we need to access the redstone. And there we go. Excellent. I really like it. Let's take a look back a little ways. Okay, yeah. That's kind of what I was going for, believe it or not. I was trying to make it look a little bit industrialist, like it's kind of the, yep, very, very good. All right, tell you what, I got some more stuff to do. I'm going to leave this AFK for a little bit longer, see what we get. Okay, I've been AFK for about 3 hours now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. Hello, Shears. Yep. You go back in there. All right. Wow. Okay, so that's full. Okay, that's full. Yeah. What the hell was that? There was a weird noise in my house. Okay, yeah, so that's really cool. We got like what? Basically 2 double chests. I almost feel bad for the sheep. Like, I know it's just like little Minecraft entities, but I kind of feel bad for the sheep. Like, if I was in there, I'm like an introvert, right? So like, I don't like crowds. Like, gosh, this is like a line at Disneyland times 1,000. This is horrible. I can't even look at that. It's freaking me out. All right. Oh, I forgot to actually get some of the wool. Yeah, so we have a little project to do. We need to finish out the desert temple, and then we need to... All right, so the next question is, do we want the entire thing to be lime, or do we want lime with a black streak in the middle? Well, I definitely have no problem with it. The question is, do I like this better than the alternative where it's all solid green? So I guess over there I'll do an all solid green, and then we'll have a compare and contrast. I don't know, I kind of like the all green. I like the green with the black stripe too. Awesome, so here we go. We've done the entire thing all the way around with carpet. I think this looks fantastic. You can't see any of the stupid pumpkins, and you can, yeah, this is just fantastic. Look at it. I'm really pleased with it. All right, so we're almost done with the episode, almost out of time here, but I have one more thing that I wanted to do on our desert temple. So here we go. I'm gonna build a little something here. 1, 2. Really hope you guys like these episodes. And just recently, I got a compressor. And by the way, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. So I got my compressor for Christmas, and if you're not familiar with what a compressor does, it basically evens out the volume of the incoming voice, or incoming signal, my voice in this case. So what that's going to be doing for us, 1, 2, what that's going to be doing for us on the World of Hex is it's going to be making it so that, you know, if I get surprised by a creeper, it's not much louder than me whispering. So everything is a little bit more balanced that way. So that's kind of what a compressor is for. It was a pretty cheap one, so we'll see. We'll see if it works out. So that's kind of what's going on. All right, we're almost done with this thing. And can you see it? There he is, our creeper. The temple is complete. Well, actually, it's not quite complete, because eventually what I want to start doing is putting in some doors for these places. I really want to get that block off there. Putting in some doors for these places, and so what I'm going to be building here is a 3-wide sand door that is going to go up inside of here, and so there will be sand in here so that this thing will be closed off to the outside, and you have to press a button or something to get it to operate. But for now, that's what we're going to do, because I don't have any slime blocks yet. So for now, it's going to look just like this, and that's going to be it. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that we're out of time for this episode, but as always, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to, you know, hit that like button or subscribe if you really, really like these videos. And God bless.